Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back. This is day 2, video 2 of my new series, Come Grow Spiritually with Me. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm so grateful to have you here. My name is Pamela of Unimend, and I have been on a spiritual journey pretty much my whole life. I felt very spiritual, very connected to energy, very aware that nature, nurture, all those kind of things. Always had an interest in understanding the realm outside of the physical world. Over my lifetime, I've had a few times where I've had this spiritual calling, this awakening, and I have grown spiritually. About 2.5 years ago, I had a major call, and at that point, I completely surrendered, and growing spiritually has been and healing has been a primary focus since that time. So I'm now in a place in my spirituality where the stuff that I had been doing and the things that I had learned had brought me so far and into a great place, but I'm now being called to expand and learn more. So I am now learning tarot and crystals. So I thought, why not bring you along with me while I learn, so that maybe you want to learn alongside with me. First of all, I love to do things with other people. So this makes me feel like I'm doing it with you all, as opposed to doing it by myself, which has been a lot of my spiritual work and journey felt pretty lonely, essentially. So I thought, while I venture into this next phase of my learning, that I would invite you to come alongside and learn along with me. So I'm not here as a guru or an expert. You're going to watch firsthand as I learn for myself, and I invite you to come along with me. So today we are exploring the energy of Citrine, which is also known as the Stone of Joy and Abundance. And we're going to continue in exploring tarot cards. And so I will bring you along as I do my daily tarot pull today and my reflection, and we're going to work on deepening our connection with the cards. All right, before we get into the practices for day 2, I just want to give you an update on how I felt my crystal work went with the crystal that we did in day 1, which was amethyst. So amethyst is said to be a stone of calming the mind, anxiety, and it's supposed to help promote better sleep. So I held the stone while I did my daily meditations, and I can report that I did feel that my mind chatter was less, so my mind was calmer, and so therefore I feel like I was able to focus more deeply and go a little deeper into my meditation. So that was a win for me, and it is a practice that I will continue to use and work on. The second way I used the crystal was I put it under my pillow when I went to sleep last night. And I woke up this morning and I felt like I had slept better. I felt more rested. And I wasn't up as many times as I have been through the night. So I do feel that overall that there was a lot of benefit to working with amethyst, and I will continue to do so in the future. All right, so now we're going to dive into today's crystal that we're working with, which is citrine. So citrine is this beautiful, lovely golden yellow quartz. And it's often referred to as the merchant's stone because of its strong association with wealth, success, and abundance. Yes, please, universe. Who doesn't want success, wealth, and abundance, right? Okay. So citrine is more than just about money. It's about cultivating joy, positivity, and personal power. It's deeply connected to your solar plexus chakra, which is in your stomach area of your body, and that is your energy center for confidence and motivation. All right. How can we use citrine? So you can keep it on your desk or in your wallet to help attract abundance. So just have it placed out somewhere where you'll see it often. Your wallet is associated with like prosperity and money and abundance, so that makes sense. You can meditate with it over your solar plexus to help boost confidence. And you can just have it out or hold it in your hand to help as a reminder to choose joy and optimism daily. So the practice suggestion for today is to hold the citrine in your hand. I'm going to hold it in my left hand, which is my receiving hand. And you're going to close your eyes. And I'm going to take a deep grounding breath in and out. And I am going to say, I am open to receiving abundance in all forms. I allow joy, prosperity, and confidence to flow through me. So again, I am open to abundance in all forms. I allow joy, prosperity, and confidence to flow through me. There you have it. So I'm going to do that affirmation and that practice a couple times today. And I'm also, when I do my Reiki self-healing this evening, I'm going to place this beautiful, beautiful stone on my solar plexus and see if I feel like any intensity or difference from when I normally do my self-healing without it. So I will bring you back an update tomorrow on how working with citrine went for me today. Okay, moving into our tarot portion of this video. So today we're going to talk about tarot journaling, okay? So pulling cards daily is powerful, but writing about them brings your message to life. So journaling helps to track patterns that emerge in your pulls. It helps you to notice your interpretation of cards and if that interpretation shifts over time, which I'm told through my research that it will. As you learn, grow, and expand, your interpretation of cards will shift a little bit. And journaling also helps you to capture both your intuitive impressions as well as the traditional meanings so you can bring all the information together and decide what works and what sits spiritually best for you. So here's how we are going to approach it today. I'm going to pull a card for today, and I'm actually going to pull 3 cards because am I going to pull 3 cards? As I was saying that, I heard Source say you're getting ahead of yourself. So I am going to pull 1 card today. And then I'm going to do a journaling, and I'm going to pause, and I'm going to do my own reflection, and then I'm going to look up the traditional meanings. Again, I'm using this beautiful book by Lisa Kelser. So I will be using her traditional meaning as well as using my good friend ChatGPT. I know some people are super against using AI when it comes to learning about spirituality. I'm using all the resources that I feel are good to me, and I have learned a long time ago that I take what I like and I leave what I don't, and I also cross-reference the information I'm given. I am very much a critical thinker. I am very much a skeptic. I'm very much a prove it to me, don't just tell me this is the way it is. So I use AI as a tool, and then I take what I like and what resonates with me, and what I don't, I leave. Okay? So let's get into this. Okay. So sorry, I wasn't prepared. Now I have my cards. So I am going to take a moment, and again, deep grounding breath in and out. I'm going to call in Source, my spirit guides, my ancestors, any beings of the light that wish to assist and participate in this card pull with me. I thank you for being here. Thank you for your assistance and your support. Now, Source, what do I want to ask today? All right, source. I'm just going to leave it open and easy. And so I'm going to say, what do I most need to know today? And I'm going to ask for one card, please. And I'm going to shuffle until you spit a card out. So, source. What do I most need to know today? And there's my card. I got the Temperance card. Okay. Whew. So, I'm not going to look at the meanings that are on the card, but as I am looking at this card, I see this beautiful angelic being. So I feel like connection to the divine source is strong. I see that it is pouring from one cup into another. It's got this beautiful landscape picture in the background. There's the sun out over the mountains in the background. The angel is standing in a very calm pool of water. There's some beautiful flowers. And the angel is pouring from one cup to another. So I don't know if this is balance or abundance. Anyways, it feels positive to me. I can share that much with you. So now I'm going to pause and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write in my journal my interpretations. Any signs or symptoms I see in it. Again, I see this beautiful angelic being with wings, which I'm sure has some kind of meaning. The sun out in the background over the mountains feels like it has some symbolism for me. And so I'm just going to write down what I see and my interpretations, and then I'm going to go to the book and go to AI, and then I will come back and give you what I've learned. Okay, so I've done my journaling and I'm coming back to you with my research. So I already gave you my impressions of the card. So the Temperance is part of the major arcana. I realize I should probably do a little education about that as I'm learning myself, but there's two parts to the tarot deck. There's the major arcana cards, which the Temperance is a part of, so generally feels more prominent in your life. And then there's the minor arcana cards. So I'll have to do another video about that because I have a little bit of understanding, but I need to strengthen that as well. So this is what is my understanding of this card. And it fits perfectly in my life currently in this moment, as always, as I expect, right? So, Temperance is about balance, harmony, and integration. It's a reminder that healing and growth often comes not from extremes, but from blending of opposites. So like fire and water, masculine and feminine, action and rest. It's a card of alchemizing your life. So finding the middle way that allows you to move forward with steadiness instead of burnout and chaos. Which is a great message for me because I love to full throttle it right through until I burn out. It's been a struggle in my life. So I've been working really hard not to do that anymore. So how this is probably applying to me right in this moment is emotional balance. I have been feeling pulled between highs and lows emotionally, mentally, and energetically. So this card is reminding me that I need to take a breath and find my center. And I need to give myself permission to slow down. So I am working towards some big dreams and manifesting things into my life, and I want it all now. So this card is a reminder that I need to slow down, take a breath. This card is also about healing, which I'm going through this deep healing process right now on some more of my inner childhood trauma and my abandonment issues. So this is showing that my body, mind, and spirit are coming into a better alignment. And even though I'm not seeing the full results yet, something is integrating behind the scenes. So stuff is happening, and I have been having moments over the last little bit of this healing process where I'm like, enough already. Why isn't this done? Why isn't it over? Why am I not seeing the results of all the work that I'm doing? So it's a reminder that it's happening behind the scenes, and even though I don't see what is going on right now, healing is happening on a level, and it's just not present to my mind in this moment. Patience. I hate patience. And I've had a lot of practice with it in my life. So it's a gentle reminder, but firm about timing, right? So it is something that I'm waiting on. May not be moving as fast as I want. True. But divine timing is working out. So I've been trying to remind myself of that over the last couple days. So this is just spirit reminding me that everything is working out. I need to be patient, which I struggle with. Integration. So everything that I've been learning through challenges, healing, and spiritual practices is starting to blend. So I don't need to compartmentalize my life anymore. Like everything is weaving together into the bigger picture. And my guidance for today from this card is asking me to notice where I might be operating in extremes. So like too much work, too little rest, not giving enough. And the invitation here is to find the balance. So for me personally, I know that this means that I am not physically taking care of myself the way that I should be. My water intake is a lot less than it is. I'm not eating as much. And I'm not necessarily stressed, but when I'm going through stuff, like I said, I've been going through this deep healing. I've been invited to continue some deep healing from my inner child stuff. And as I'm going through that process, it becomes overwhelming. And when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I tend to control the only things that I can control, and I've always been able to control since I was young, is like my food intake and my water intake and how I take care of myself. So I'm not doing any physical exercise, or I'm doing very little. I'm not taking care of myself physically, especially around food. And I'm not giving myself enough time to rest. I mean, rest is something that's important in my life, but right now that's where I'm out of balance. And so I'm being invited, and this card is reminding me, and Source is reminding me that I need to take care of myself too. There needs to be balance. I can't just be throwing all my energy into manifesting the things that I'm going after, or all my energy into doing this healing because I want to hurry up and get it over with, right? So I have to find the balance. I have to give in to the divine timing of the process. I have to take care of myself in order to nurture what needs to happen for this healing process and for the manifestations that I'm working on. So I have some journaling prompts that I will probably do today. Journaling is extremely hard for me for whatever reason, but here are my reflection prompts that hopefully I will work on later today. So where in my life am I being asked to find balance today? I just told you, in taking care of my physical health and my needs. What two energies or choices in my life need to be blended together instead of fought over? So again, I can take care of me physically, emotionally, spiritually, and I can still work towards the stuff that I'm working on and the healing I'm doing. And I can blend these things together. I can blend time together. I can blend patience together. I can move forward, and I can move forward in divine timing. And where can I practice patience and trust in divine timing? So again, a lot of that for me is mental. I just have to take a step back when I find myself going full throttle. I have to take a deep breath. I have to ground myself and remind myself that patience is a virtue. And I really have to stop making that face when patients come up, or one of my bracelets that I have when I select every morning, I select a couple of these crystal and gemstone bracelets that my beautiful and talented friend from Spirited Earth Design creates and makes. So one of them is patience. And every time I pull the patience bracelet, I'm like, ugh. So I have to work on that. So that could be one way that I can practice patience, is to stop seeing patience as a negative thing. And trust in divine timing. Again, I just need to take a breath when I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I'm pushing to have something happen right now, or I'm feeling like I'm doing all this work and I'm not seeing the results. I need to take a breath, and I need to calm those thoughts in that process and remind myself that everything happens in divine timing, and that I 100% trust in spirit. And I know that spirit or source or God, or however you frame that realm, knows exactly what I need and when I need it most, and will give it to me when I'm supposed to have it. So I know that. I know that, and I know that, and I know that. I know that on a deep cellular level inside my body. It's just the human part of me and my mind that gets going. So I have to blend those two together. There we go. I have to blend those two together. So today I will be stopping to take a breath and remember. All right. So to sum it up, I believe that the Temperance card today is reminding me that I am in the middle of a sacred process of healing and integration. And that the best thing I can do for myself is to slow down, trust the timing, and look for the harmony that's happening in my life instead of the extremes. All right, so that is my tarot reflection for today. Okay, I was about to go into my closing segment, and then as I was just closing out the research I was doing, I came across the fact that the Temperance card is associated with the solar plexus, which is also the crystal that we're working with today. Right? That's a synchronicity. That stuff happens in my life all the time. And I promise you, as you become more aware of your spirituality, you're going to see synchronicities like that. So when I come across things like that, I get really excited about it. Not that I should be surprised. Like, I'm not surprised. Like, I'm not surprised, but I get really excited about it. So thank you, universe, right? Balance, willpower, aligning with divine timing, confidence, abundance. It's all connected. Okay. Sorry, my mind's still blown. And it shouldn't be. Like, it really shouldn't be. This happens all the time in my life. And Source is amazing and wonderful. And everything in life is connected. It really, really is. When you start looking, you can see all the connections. But my mind is still blown that the card and the crystal had the synchronicity together. Anyways, so in closing, Citrine reminds us that abundance isn't just about wealth. It's also about joy, optimism, and empowerment. And tarot journaling helps us to capture the wisdom of the cards so that it doesn't slip away. And it helps us to see synchronicities. And for those of us that are learning tarot, it helps us to learn more in depth and to allow our flow and our intuition to come to light to help us understand and interpret our cards better for ourselves. So, again, I want this to be a community where we can engage and share together and grow together. So, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Do you work with Citrine? Have you used it before in your life? And if so, how did you use it and how did you feel about it? Or, because you're welcome to comment on both, have you tried tarot journaling before? And if so, what's one thing that it's helped you notice? Like, have you seen a synchronicity? Have you seen a pattern? Have you has it helped you to strengthen your own interpretation of cards when you pull them? So please go ahead and share your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can follow along. And I will be back tomorrow, day 3. We will be doing a new crystal, and we will be doing another tarot pull, and I will give you my reflections on how my practice went today with citrine. I am so honored and grateful to be able to share this all with you. For those of you that are following along, I'm so grateful for you being here and being part of this process. I wish you nothing but the very best on your spiritual journey and awakening, and I hope you have a very blessed day. Namaste, my friends.